Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is the earnings conversation that we're going to be having, and our focus is on Indian Bank today. We also are joined by the top management of the bank to help us understand and to decode the quarterly earnings. Mr. Binod Kumar, the MD and the CEO of Indian Bank, is now joining in to decode for us the quarterly earnings as well as how to look forward the upcoming quarters as well. Warm welcome to you, Mr. Kumar. Thank you so much for taking the time out for Business Today Television. Well, we can see a lot of parameters where you have seen growth in this quarter, be it your top line, your net profits as well. Your asset quality has also improved, and that's a bit of a positive point as well. We've also seen the NII expand for you. But I think on the NIM front, the NIMS front, even last time you had seen some dip, and this time also you have reported slight decline. Could you explain to us what has been the reason behind it? And on the back of this, for the entire fiscal year, what is the band of NIM that you will go with, sir?
Yeah, thank you for having me here. NIM, if you see, it has contracted by only 1 basis point, and repo rate was 50 basis point cut has been done, which impact of that has majority of impact of that has come in this quarter. Rather, I am happy that I am able to contain this dip of NIM up to only 1 basis point. Having said that, I expect that in next quarter there may be some another moderation of 1 to 2 basis point. Thereafter, if there is no further rate cut from Q4 onwards, we can see NIM inching up. And as far as guidance is concerned, I have given guidance of between 3.15 to 3.30, and I am maintaining that guidance. I will be able to maintain that.
Okay, fair point, sir. So, can you also give us an outlook on the NII front as well? What is your expectation for the full year, and what are the factors that will continue to aid the NII growth?
Yeah, if you see, my credit growth is robust, and I have been very mindful of while raising the resources. Resources I am raising wherever I see that cost is high, I am not raising the resources. Similarly, whenever we see that there is advances are not very good yielding, that even that I am shedding it. So because of that, I have been able to contain NIM to only 1 basis point contraction, and NII has also increased by 6%. So going forward, there will be growth in NII is in the range of around 6 to 10% for the year. I expect that as and when impact of this rate cut goes, there will be some improvement in the NII further.
Fair point. Sir, since you talked about the credit growth, I just wanted to ask you, have you already started to see some signs of the GST rationalization in any of your segments in terms of credit growth, maybe autos or maybe consumer durables? Do you have a large exposure to these sectors as well?
Yeah. So see, we have seen a lot of demand. So consumption has gone up because of the GST. So that will convert into the credit in the next subsequent quarter. Having said
Absolutely.
that, in two segments we have seen good demand. In auto sector, if you see my growth in this quarter in auto sector was around 46%. And also we are seeing some good traction in the consumer durables.
Okay, and the next quarter should actually give you a clearer picture as to what exactly is the demand, because up until Diwali this entire season will pan out and that will be able to display in the next quarter. So that will be a better time to look at it. If you also help us understand on the NPA front, sir, we have seen improvement. Do you see further scope of improvement from where you are at this point in time at all, or are you comfortable with this number at this point?
No, asset quality, I have revised my guidance. If you see, my gross NPA has come down from 3.01 to 2.60. And I have revised my guidance. Earlier, I have given guidance of less than 3%. I have revised now it to less than 2%. Since my credit growth is good, slippage is under control, recovery numbers are good, that's why I am expecting good improvement in the gross NPA side. Net NPA, it is already at 0.16%, so very little scope to further improve there.
Okay, got that, sir. So let me ask you on some other segments as well. You have the retail, agriculture and MSME, the RAM category also, that has grown by about 15.57% this time around. This actually accounts for about what, 65% of the overall domestic advances. How are you looking at this sector growing going forward from here? And do you think the contribution will remain at this percentage, or do you see further changes onto this?
No, I'm expecting and I will maintain RAM growth, RAM share
Okay.
at around 65%, corporate and 35%, and we are seeing good traction in the RAM. If you see my RAM growth, overall RAM growth was 15.75. MSME also we are seeing good traction. My growth in MSME was 14%, and expected with GST rate cut impact is to come in Q3 and Q4. I am expecting further improvement in the mid segment and MSME sector. Also,
Okay.
we are expecting good traction in auto and housing loan also. Housing loan rate, you see, if you see, it is at the very bottom, 7.35, 7.40. Good customers are getting housing loan at that rate. So that
Okay.
will also pick up.
Okay, fantastic. Now help us understand when it comes to the entire deposits where we have again seen growth for you. You also have a robust capital adequacy ratio as well, sir. How are you looking at the deposits and the CASA ratio at this point in time, and how do you expect it going forward? Because in the last couple of quarters, the entire sentiment across the banking space was that there is a lot of at least when the markets were all robust, that the money is shifting out from deposits, from savings to financialization. So has that been seen, or the worst is behind? How are you looking at it?
I think deposit growth, there will be some traction because uh, this festival season, lot of consumption will be there, so money will also flow into the banking channel. But as far as CASA is concerned, see, CASA is also a function of financial literacy. As financial literacy of people are increasing, they are looking for greener pasture. They're looking for opportunities where they can put money for a higher return. So I don't think that behavior is going to change. So CASA, maintaining CASA share will be a challenge. If you see my CASA share, I have been able to maintain almost, it was in Q1 it was 38.97, now it is 38.87. But going forward, maintaining even CASA this year will be difficult because there are two factors. First, customer behavior is changing. Also, uh, government is also coming out with the JIT. So, like banks used to enjoy some fund from the government department, government funds. So that may not be available with the banks also.
Okay. Last couple of questions to you, sir. Now I want to understand from you, how are you, looking at your expansion at this point in time? What we are given to understand is that you have a digital ecosystem, as well as you have 5,955 domestic branches. You have 5,565 ATMs as well, and you also have more than 15,500 business correspondents. How are you looking at, the growth going forward from here on each of these verticals, and where do you see maximum contribution onto the top line coming in from?
So first I will take a expansion. Expansion, yes, we have plan of branch expansion. We have planned around 300 branches in next 3 years. Out of
Okay.
that, 55 we have already opened. We have approval of 58 branches. And branches we are targeting in the area which is contribution of GDP is better. So we are targeting in that segment. Coming to the digital also, my digital business is growing. Last year, for the full year, it was 1,67,000 crore, and H1 we have already done the digital business of 1,23,000 crore. So digital business sourcing will increase. We are coming out with a lot of STP project wherein customers need not to visit to the branch, and they can do transactions or even can take loan with the comfort of their home. Also, we have tie-up with NESL for documentation. Also, they need not to visit to the branch. That will also happen digitally. So, all these segments, I expect that top line guidance, whatever we have given, we will be able to achieve that.
Okay, got that. Now, lastly, help us understand, since you're already penciling in, better prospects for Q3 and Q4, how are you expecting the second half to pan out for you vis-a-vis the first half, how it has already panned out?
Yeah, a second half will be better on growth side also, better on asset quality side also, because recovery, we are expecting some good recovery, which were expected in Q2 didn't come. It will happen in Q3. So I am expecting H2 to be better than H1.
Okay, fantastic. All the very best to you, sir. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you with us on your channel. And again, we want to wish you a very happy and prosperous Diwali, to your teammates, everybody at Indian Bank, and of course your loved ones as well. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. I too wish you very happy Deepavali. Thank you.
Thank you so much. With that, viewers, we wrap up this exclusive conversation from Indian Bank. As you've been able to hear from the management how confident they are when it comes to the H2 performance of fiscal year 2026, viewers, because that's also likely to reflect the impact of the GST rationalization onto the demand as far as the credit growth is also concerned. But viewers, we are inching closer to the Muhurat trading, and this Diwali, you must celebrate prosperity with Business Today Television's Muhurat Trading Live Samvat 2082. From gold and silver to stocks and portfolios, you could get expert insights to plan, profit and prosper with us. So join us on October 21st from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. as top market masters will decode the festive market mood for you. Catch the Muhurat Trading Live on India Today and across all Business Today television and digital platforms. From how the markets move today to what's setting the stage for tomorrow. From tariffs to taxes, mutual funds to your daily stock queries. Join me as I decode the biggest wealth creating ideas for you at the closing bell. Watch me as I bring to you the Business Today show every weekday at 3 p.m.